It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Ernest! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fatal 4-Way Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse the Man Lopez, alongside my tag team partner, Ernest Ultra Zamora. It's been a long time since we've been on the mic.
Absolutely, and what great mics we have this time.
Yeah, we've upgraded. Oh my goodness. Upgrades. We love it. First off, guys, thank you for sticking with the show for so long. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary doing the show. Unfortunately, during that time, I fell ill pretty bad. That's why I've been gone. Recording seemed more of a hassle than...
Well, I wouldn't say a hassle. It got
to me. It got to me. I mean, I couldn't record. I didn't feel like recording. I was in a bad spot with that illness. I'm better. Then I fell ill again when I was ready to record. I fell ill again for pretty much of December. I've been off and on with projects. My last podcast I think I did was before I fell too ill to record for my show. Was the Horrors of the Universe podcast. We did some reviews, made my debut there. Then I was out of commission. And as I was starting to recover, we were invited to Anime Fun TV, who's our host show, got invited to another podcast.
Yeah, the community... no, I can't pronounce it. I said earlier, the CommuniCast podcast
with John Beard and their guys.
Yeah.
At that time, I was still feeling ill, but enough to appear on the podcast, and then getting ready for the convention, which was IkiCon in Austin. I was still ill during that show, and I didn't really talk much or do anything that I needed to do.
Which there are some interesting things that happened in Austin at IkiCon.
Yeah, we had, I believe, their Inspire Pro Wrestling. They had another great wrestling event at IkiCon. Oh my goodness, Mikey 13 and them boys down there have a really good product. I was very impressed
vastly
with those
improved
guys.
From last year.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the talent itself looked like they were ready to up their game, and it was pretty cool. The commentators, everything was pretty neat there. So shout out to Mikey 13 and his boys out in Austin.
Which in the future we might have, hopefully, something.
Yeah, we're working with them. So soon we still need to contact with them and get some stuff straightened out. But hopefully we'll be working with Mikey 13 and those guys up in Austin soon. Now I'm back. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling better.
You can do your woos now.
I could do my woo once again with these new mics. Oh my goodness. I actually have equipment to kind of work with. But before we get started with the show, one last couple of things. One last shout out to a person who I was talking to who inspired me to wanting to go at it again. And that's, of course, Ernest sitting right next to me. And Biggie Dude 33, he's a YouTuber. He plays WWE Supercard. I've been watching his streams. He's given me the inspiration to start at it again and to celebrate my 1-year anniversary and to do a new season. This is season 2, episode 1. Of the Fatal 4-Way Podcast. So shout out to Biggie Dude 33. Thank you very much, sir. And our topics for today.
Hold on. Before we go into topics, since our last podcast to now, we missed there was a whole bunch of stuff happening in WWE. Wasn't there?
Injuries. All injuries. No, there's a couple of little things. Roman Reigns won the title. Dean Ambrose won the title.
Kevin Owens won the title.
Kevin Owens, then Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio came back.
That was a shock. I did not expect that.
Oh, geez. I know. More injuries.
Yeah, that.
Again. So, and leading all up to WrestleMania 32, which is supposed to be the biggest WrestleMania. And, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that when further into the show. But again, guys, thank you very much. So our topics today, the Royal Rumble. We're going to fantasy book WrestleMania 32 for the roster that's left, or what may happen. And, of course, we're going to talk about the triple threat match at Fastlane coming up, which is Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. So with that, we'll take a small break. We'll come back, and we'll talk about Royal Rumble that just passed this past Sunday.
Can it be? It is! The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
Oh my God!
And at this point,
It has been rumored for
I was like, boo earns for AJ Styles. It is what it is. But I do have to say congratulations to AJ Styles for making an appearance at the Royal Rumble and now coming onto the main roster. I have my feelings with AJ Styles being in the WWE.
Yeah, we kind of, I think you've said before what your feelings toward AJ Styles.
But it is what it is, and I'm happy to see him because they actually need him. But we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble. We're going to talk about AJ Styles coming out in the Royal Rumble match later, a little bit further down. First off, we're going to talk about the pre-show. The winner gets a spot in the Royal Rumble.
I think it was it was a triple threat match, right? Or
No, it was a fatal four-way. It was Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Darren Young, Damian Sandow, who finally appeared out of nowhere, the Dudley Boys, and the Ascension. That was a decent preview match. I was actually impressed with the tag team of Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. I like those guys as a tag team personally. They're former heavyweight champions. Really good chemistry between those guys. They're power and speed, like legit guys that I really enjoy like watching. The Dudley Boys, it's a shame they weren't in the Royal Rumble, and the Ascension. Damian Sandow was, well, that's a decent team, but it looks like they're pushing Titus away, going on a singles push. I like Titus O'Neil personally. The opening match to me was, congratulations to Mark Henry and Jack Swagger on winning that match and coming into the Royal Rumble. What was your thoughts on...
Actually, I did not see the pre-show. I was not able to see the pre-show. I actually had to work that day.
Yeah, for me, the pre-show was... the match was okay. Again, I was happy with Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. They're making it seem like Mark Henry's going to be moving out soon to some of the commentary that Michael Cole and the boys down there were given. Like, this might be the last time we'll see Mark Henry in a Royal Rumble and some other things. So I hope that's not true. I hope Mark Henry stays within the company for at least 2 more years.
Well, I
That'd be
kind of
cool.
see Mark Henry as kind of like the Big Show. I mean, they're I think they're past their prime, essentially, for any kind of push to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Big Show. He's long on the tooth. I think Mark Henry's same way because he had his time during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And I think that's what everybody remembers him with mostly. It's the Attitude Era. So I just don't see they're going to give him any kind of push. I think he's just there for support, really, I think.
Yeah, I think I agree with that one. Mark Henry's now just like an enhancement support to enhance the new talent coming in. Then we start off with the Royal Rumble card. We had Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens in the Last Man Standing match. Jeez, man, that was an insane match, man.
I was actually kind of shocked that was the first match of the night.
Well, the Last Man Standing gimmick itself, I knew that had to been first because you would have to give them time to rest. Those guys stole. For me, they were close to stealing the show. Not up there, but it was close. But congratulations to Dean Ambrose. He retained the IC title.
And Kevin Owens for putting on a great show with Dean Ambrose too. Because I still like Kevin Owens no matter what. As a heel, he's a great heel.
Yeah.
Especially on his social media. His Twitter feeds. I like reading his Twitter feeds quite a bit, and he knows how to connect, I guess, with his fans or his people who don't like him. He knows how to connect with people. Not so much Dean Ambrose. I haven't really followed his tweets, but Kevin Owens, yeah, he's my kind of heel. I like him.
Well,
like
yeah,
him a lot.
I mean, and the chemistry between spawned back from their days in the Indies, so they know each other pretty well. So it's pretty neat to see these guys, go on their feud. Then we had the tag team title match. It was the New Day versus the Usos. Mm-hmm. Again, man, the New Day is the top team right now in the WWE. As a heels, they're over.
Yeah.
They're now doing their own thing. And that's really good because I was actually concerned with Kofi before he joined the New Day that he was already falling off, and we would never see Kofi again.
Well, here's the thing: here's 3 guys who genuinely like each other, and they all love the same stuff, which is nerd fan stuff. All that that's the New Day has won me over, in the beginning, it was kind of like, okay, what kind of gimmick are they gonna do? Power positive, and then they started going way off the deep end, fucking unicorn power, and then the trombone, and it's like, oh god, these guys. And then not only that, socially, these guys are great.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Xavier Woods' Up Down Down podcast, his thing going on YouTube, and that's how he connects with it. I guess he connect. That's the thing. They connect more to me than any of the other tag teams, just because they're in the nerdy fandom type stuff. That's basically what they are. They're just a bunch of fanboys as tag teams.
Yeah.
That's what I love about them.
Up, down, down shows everybody's nerddom, so to speak. The Usos, again, they're hanging in there, but they're starting to lose their momentum. But they're still one of the top teams as well. But I was kind of a fan of the Usos, but they lost steam after, of course, when I think it was Jimmy or Jay, he got hurt at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was pretty much a whole year that they've been gone essentially.
And so they faded out, and so it was kind of a shame because they were on the rise over there. But congratulations to both teams. They put on a great show. If you missed Raw, they had the New Day had a good thing going on with The Rock. So it was pretty interesting to see them banter back and forth. That promo was a good one. Again, the New Day defeated the Usos, and then the match that I felt that actually was good. There was a couple botches in the match.
Yeah,
But still, it was fantastic, and that was Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio. Kalisto, 2-time United States Heavyweight Champion. Man, these guys, Alberto Del Rio, he could make anyone look like $1 million in the ring.
I guess he's the Latino equivalent of Ric Flair.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this guy is just amazing. I was very happy to see him come back at I think it was at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. He came back, and man, that was just amazing. Kalisto, man, he stepped it up after Sin Cara got hurt.
Yeah, he had to. I mean, he lost against Sin Cara, the tag team, so he had to go on the singles, and sure enough, he's doing pretty well. I think one person mentioned on the social media that he's pretty much the Rey Mysterio 2, I guess you can call it in a certain way.
He's the new. You could consider him that. I mean, he's gonna do well once everybody starts coming up to the main roster and getting healthy again. It's gonna be awesome to see. I could actually see him in a feud with Sin Cara. Possibly maybe reforming the tag team, but if Kalisto keeps on going the way he's going, he's going to be a singles athlete from moving forward. Then we had the women's championship match, Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Oh man, dude,
that was a great match. There's this one thing I didn't like about it. I think you know. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Is that who we're going to talk about? Is it woo?
Yeah. Him planting a kiss. I felt so creeped out by that. I swear, and I'm not the only one. There's several people on the social media that did not take too kindly to that. It felt like, you know what? I felt like it's like, Rick, are you? It's oh god, the age difference is so wrong. It's just wrong. It's plain wrong. No, just no. That's just wrong.
Well, what's interesting in this is to seeing how, Ric Flair, to me, a lot of people didn't like Ric Flair's involvement in the match. That's understandable because it's stealing away from Charlotte. You know what I mean? Well, Ric Flair's always been about Ric Flair. But then again, that's Ric Flair's gimmick. No matter what, it's all about when Ric Flair is on stage, when the lights are recording, when that red light's on, it's all about Ric Flair. Regardless of what's going on. Of course, he wants to elevate everybody around him. So I do give props to Ric Flair. He is one of the dirtiest players in the game, and he showed his dirty, pervy side by kissing Becky Lynch.
That's what you said it already, pervert.
But then again, I liked it when he threw this coat at Becky Lynch, right? Got in the disarmor. Oh, man, that was so awesome. Again, then after that, Sasha Banks came out.
Yep.
Hit the bank statement on Charlotte, and there we go. Now the question is, are they going to give them time at Fastlane? That's my one question. Are they going to give Charlotte and Sasha Banks the time to do a match like they did when they were down in NXT? That's my question.
Yeah, because remember now you're dealing with Fastlane. It's not just with Royal Rumble. You have the Royal Rumble because that takes about an hour at
Yeah.
least, and then you have a couple of matches to fill in. Just that.
Yeah.
Fastlane, you're gonna have to fill the whole roster up. More than likely, they're gonna have probably like maybe 6 matches at most.
Yeah.
And that really draws, I guess, the 3-hour show down.
Yeah.
So
It's going to be interesting to see. Again, man, the Divas Revolution right now, I have not seen it. Personally,
well, I
have
haven't
not-
seen the pop, I guess, in the Divas Revolution.
Yeah.
Yes, there is fresh fuel in there, but they really haven't hit the gas.
Yeah, they have
hit the gas pedal.
And so
Right.
hopefully at Fastlane,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can. There. Nice
hopefully at
segue into
Fastlane,
that.
hopefully at Fastlane they'll do that. Then the match of matches. The first time since 1992 has the WWE title been on the line in the Royal Rumble match itself. Last winner, Ric Flair, who was there present. He was the last time he was the winner of the 92 Royal Rumble. Then Roman Reigns had to defend against 29 other superstars. Ended up winning by Triple H. I kind of liked it.
It's good. This Royal Rumble has been so much better than the past 2 ones. I think everybody pretty much is flat out agreeing about that. Has been the best booked Rumble thus far. Now, as far as the winner, the outcome of the winner being Triple H, there were some rumors that Triple H was going to be in the Rumble, and if he was going to be in the Rumble, more than likely he was going to win it, and sure enough, he did win it. But that gives him the heat that he needs, though.
Yeah.
You know, everybody doesn't like Triple H, genuinely. Not just because it's Triple H, but really, I didn't want Roman Reigns to come out and win. I think that's what everybody pretty much 90% expected in the Rumble, to have Reigns, win, which you could tell the audience was not very happy. But as soon as, I guess, the last 4, it was like up in the air who's going to win it. You had Ambrose, you had
Jericho,
you had Reigns, you had Triple
and
H,
Bray Wyatt.
and I think Brock got eliminated before that.
Brock got eliminated. It was Bray Wyatt. That's who I thought was gonna win.
Bray Wyatt.
I was going for Bray Wyatt in the match just because they've been pushing that Wyatt family. They pushed it with Brock and
They've been doing
guys.
that for quite a while now, but he hasn't got any. Well, I shouldn't say he hasn't got any title opportunities. I'm just saying they really haven't put a strap on him yet.
Yeah, that's the one thing. So Triple H wins it. He's going to defend it at WrestleMania. We're going to now... before we forgot the surprise entrance. We'll start off with Sami Zayn. I was surprised. I was happy to see Sami Zayn. I would have loved to see Finn Balor in the place. I think we talked about this off air. I looked at the entrance list. There was only like maybe 1 or 2 people I would have taken out.
Yeah, when you say that, it means it's good booking.
Yeah.
Because last year, you could have been like, oh, we could have pulled this guy out and put this guy in and made a surprise here. But this year, it's like, who do you pull out if you were to book this thing? And you really, again, you only had like 2 or 3 choices at most.
Yeah, so I would have seen, Finn Balor would have been a choice I would have seen in. But it was good to see Sami Zayn.
Or Samoa Joe.
Or Samoa Joe. I would have loved to see either of those guys. Sami Zayn did it. He went straight after Owens.
Oh, yeah.
And that could spark a feud, hopefully.
It needs to. They need to finish that angle. But, of course, I think he has other things going on in NXT at this very moment.
Yeah, he's got a lot of things going on down in NXT right now. Then we had AJ Styles.
I guess the man of the hour, I guess.
The man of the hour was AJ Styles. He lasted pretty good. I think he said 29 minutes, I think it was, before he got eliminated. He did really well in the match. 27 minutes. He lasted 27 minutes and 53 seconds.
I think he was the second longest person in there. I think Jericho was...
The longest one was Roman at 59:50.
Well, that doesn't count because Roman, he left.
Yeah, but
that doesn't really technically count. I meant in the ring. I think it had to be AJ Styles because he was third.
It was Jericho. Jericho was at 50 minutes, 50 seconds.
Okay, then it was Jericho. Okay.
Yeah, Jericho. I thought Jericho might pull it off. To be honest, too, I thought Chris Jericho.
That would have been a really weird. That would have been a really weird angle. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, man. Again, the Royal Rumble was pretty stacked, man. It was pretty good to.
I gave it a B minus.
Yeah, the pay-per-view in general, I would give it a B. I give it a B plus, because the only way that would have gone up, of course, was probably like if like Shawn Michaels, Daniel Bryan, one of those guys would have come back. But I look again, like I was saying, if they wanted Daniel Bryan in, who you're gonna take out? Curtis Axel maybe. Probably be the only one that you could probably like take out and be like, all right, we're gonna put Daniel Bryan in. Maybe R-Truth or maybe Kane. So it was a good card. So I liked it. I was happy with the
I wouldn't suspect to move Kane. It was either Curtis Axel or R-Truth. But R-Truth, man, that what the hell are they doing with R-Truth? I swear.
R-Truth is awesome. He's the comic relief. So the aftermath with that, we had Monday Night Raw the following night. AJ Styles took on Chris Jericho. Fantastic match.
From what I heard, I haven't seen it.
That was a barn burner. I really enjoyed that. And then you had The Rock returning.
That I saw. But I saw it on feeds.
And then the banter with the New Day. And then you had the setup for the triple threat match for Fastlane. We're going to talk about the triple threat match and who might win. And we'll be right back, guys.
Engines on. Drivers, get ready. This is the course to beat. The race to WrestleMania.
All right, so Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar in a triple threat match. The winner is going to go on to face Triple H for the WWE title at WrestleMania 32. Ernest, who do you feel is going to take that triple threat?
Oh, I want to say Brock Lesnar. That's what's best for business and what's fantasy booking. I want fantasy booking. I want Brock Lesnar. Technically, I know there's been a match between Triple H and Brock Lesnar in the past, but I think this is a new, fresh angle for it to happen. Now, what's probably best for business will probably be Roman Reigns, but that's to be expected. WWE, you gotta do a twist. Give me a twist. Come on. Maybe Dean Ambrose?
Possibly.
That would...
He'll be since the Ultimate Warrior, the last one to win both the heavyweight title and the Intercontinental title. You know, champion versus champion. Mm-hmm. That would be very interesting to see.
That would be the unique angle, I guess you can call it. If you really wanted to, do the unique angle, have him win both titles, and then again he'll be up with the Ultimate Warrior. Give him that extra push because he's deserved it. To be honest with you, he's really deserved it. You know, he's been working his ass off.
This is the whole thing. My fantasy booking for Mania went down the toilet when everybody got hurt. Right when I heard John Cena was gone, Daniel Bryan not being cleared, Sting not appearing, Cesaro getting hurt, Tyson Kidd not...
Well, technically all the champions that were at WrestleMania last year are no longer...
Yeah. Paige suffering a concussion, Sasha Banks getting hurt. Sheamus is now apparently hurt with a broken hand, or something happened with his hand. Randy Orton with his collarbone.
Well, then again, I should say Sheamus right now is on the tour for the New Turtles thing, right? Because that's
he's on the Turtles thing, but something did happen with his hand.
Well, I guess that happened at the right time, at the right place for him, because now he's actually got to go on promote the New Turtles movie anyway, so that gives him time to heal.
And so, like right now, it's just like Mania is like what's supposed to be the biggest event now turned into like what's gonna happen.
Well, it is gonna be the biggest event, but how are they gonna book it? How are they gonna feed us if they don't have the right ingredients, I should say, right?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. My prediction on the triple threat match, I believe it's gonna be Roman Reigns. It's gonna be Roman Reigns versus Triple H at WrestleMania 32. But how it's gonna be, like, I guess, set up, it's gonna be very, very interesting. I have other predictions. We're gonna talk about it now. I get a good segue in. Fantasy booking WrestleMania 32. I have a feeling we would see. Definitely, we're gonna see Kalisto. You know what? To be honest, I think we might see Kalisto versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. And put him right on the, just straight out the bullet, give him a title shot. I could see that happening. I could see Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt happening for all the stuff that's been going on between them. Roman Reigns versus Triple H for the title. Dean Ambrose is one up in the air. I really don't see anyone in the back right now, maybe who's ready for it. Probably, if I were to just put it out there, possibly Daniel Bryan if they clear him. Possibly Wade Barrett if they clear him. The next one is going to be Undertaker.
Yeah, who's going to go against Taker?
Uh,
Well, in other words, who's Taker's going to choose to go against him?
Titus O'Neil.
That's way out of the blue, Jesse.
Another one out of the blue would be Finn Balor.
But that would mean Finn Balor would have to drop. Well, I don't say he has to drop the NXT title, but they only have 2 months till Mania.
Well, Undertaker's unique. Undertaker comes out of nowhere.
Well, I know he did the same thing last year with Bray Wyatt, but what I'm saying is, how are they gonna give us the angle?
Unless they do another battle royal like they did when he fought CM Punk. That was during the streak, though. Like, who was going to challenge the streak. Mm-hmm. And they had a battle royal to see who was going to face Undertaker. CM Punk ended up winning that match. So I could possibly see another Royal Rumble type match or battle royal, like maybe 10, 15 superstars.
But where do you hold it? Do you hold it at WrestleMania or do you hold it at
Raw? It would be like maybe the first Raw of March. Because no matter what, Undertaker only appears a month before Mania. So
that gives you 4 weeks. Out of 4 weeks, you can have 2 shows per week. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 shows to try to build a story.
Yep. Okay. So it's like one of those. It's one of those things. That's how Undertaker rolls. So who's he gonna face? That's another question. But he's medically cleared at least.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been. Thankfully, he hasn't been injured.
We know Rock is gonna be there. Rumors being spread rampant. Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, the emergence of the American hero, Hulk Hogan, are still running rampant on the dirt sheets. Is it too early? I don't know.
It's been about a year since his scandal, but again, that's another top. Well, that's a whole other thing altogether. But I think Hogan he needs to come back. I mean, he's Hulk Hogan, for crying out. He didn't commit a crime. It wasn't against the law to talk about people. I mean, it's just he spoke his mind and he got hurt. He got penalized. He got pulled. But it's a free country. You can talk what you want to talk about, and it's not against the crime. It's not against the law, unless you ain't threatening people, and that kind of stuff. But I think it's time for him to come back.
I think time's passed. I think when people hear that music. Or they could actually go with it and let him be a heel again. And
I seriously doubt that's going to happen. That's just feeding the fire. I think the fire's already pretty much dwindled out.
Hey, there you go. Hulk Hogan versus Titus O'Neil.
Actually, that would be a good match, I would say. I mean, they're both. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's. I think that's fueling the fire too much. But
no, and you know what? That would kind of be. No, actually, that would be good. That would be a good angle.
That would be
Titus O'Neil and Hulk Hogan.
And then Hulk Hogan losing?
Yeah.
That'd be his penance?
Yeah.
That'd be his penance?
Yeah, losing and then having Titus O'Neil. And then at the end, hopefully they give a hug and a handshake and it's all over.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Actually, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. That needs to be at Mania.
Well, they need to do something because to right now, WrestleMania 32 does not seem to be the 100,000 plus show
that they're hoping for.
That they were shooting for because...
Well, you never know. That could be also the draw.
Well, the draw... Right now, the draw is going to be NXT Dallas.
Well, I should say the draw should be the unexpectability of Mania.
I see your point.
I think that's most people want to go to Mania to see how are they going to pull this off. That would be the biggest draw.
This is what's going to happen. This is how it has to roll. Be like, Vince, I'm pushing you aside and I'm going to bring my NXT boys for WrestleMania 32. Let me fill the show. I think, to be honest, I think an NXT WrestleMania would be pretty good. Would be better than what we have right now from the main roster.
Yeah.
I mean, besides Triple H, The Rock, that's all we got. Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. If it was the Attitude Era, that would fill the fucking stadium just hearing those 4 names. But it's not the Attitude Era anymore. These guys are now legends. Do they have the same drawing power? Yes and no.
Yeah.
Again, it just depends on who they're facing and what they're going to do. So right now, to me, WrestleMania 32 is shaping up to be not 100,000 plus. It's shaping up to be, for me, like maybe 75,000 plus. And that would be a damn shame if that happens. If they don't crack that 100,000, then it's lost. I mean, I don't know what else WWE could do.
That's true. That's very true.
That's that for right now, for the WrestleMania 32 talk. We are going to cut to commercial, and we are going to talk about other stuff. So, woo! Again, thank you everybody for sticking with me during the time that I was absent. But just because I was ill doesn't mean that we weren't thinking of things and projects and moving forward with other things.
Mm-hmm.
Anime Fun TV, of course, season 6.
Yeah, 6.
6 is coming together slowly but surely. The Horrors of the Universe podcast. More reviews. Those guys took a little bit of time off, holidays, and they were sick, and other things happened with them. They're going to start rolling out some good shows moving forward. Their podcast. What's in store for the Fatal 4-Way Season 2? Nothing. We're just chilling and doing what we do, bringing you information, fantasy bookings, possibly another new show that I've been kicking around with a couple of friends of mine, bringing you something, another debate show, which I don't want to disclose too much, but it's going to be a debate show involving pre-Attitude Era, like Golden Age almost, Attitude Era, and Extreme Wrestling combined. So it's going to be interesting to see if I decide to do it, pull the trigger on it. I'm actually thinking about streaming my Supercard videos to start.
Yeah.
I do play that quite a bit. And again, big thank you to Biggie Dude. Shout out to Biggie Dude 33. All the guys, all the YouTubers who do Supercard videos. Bad Lad Dad up in England. Biggie Dude 32. Young Gary Oak. Those guys, they were inspirations. They were talking to me, making me feel part of the community when I don't even play Supercard. I just do a wrestling podcast. So those guys are really cool. And of course, our main project starting February-ish.
Well, technically, starting whenever I get time. Well, because, look, okay, this whole year it's going to be really busy for all of us, really. I mean, we got Season 6 of AFTV. We got your podcast. I got personal projects I got to take care of, too. And not only that, later down the year, we're going to have our AMV circuit again, which, we're going hopefully back to OniCon, back to IkiCon. And me and Chris Gloria will probably be heading to Chicago. So I got to get ready for that trip. So there is a lot of things happening. But hopefully we get it all done. And then, of course, ECW.
Equestria Championship Wrestling Season 2. # heel commentator
Jesse Lopez.
I'm looking forward to bringing my voice once again. And that Punk DK!
He heard you, Jesse.
Luke Harper, baby. Watch your back. He's the #1 contender. Other than that, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. The Fatal 4-Way podcast, Anime Fun TV, Horrors of the Universe, Kamicast, it's Inspire Pro Wrestling, Mikey 13, Biggie Dude, all those guys. Everybody, thank you for giving me that inspiration to entertain you. That is my job. Even if you listen to only like maybe 13, 15 minutes, 25 minutes, if you listen to the whole show, thank you very much. But thank you for letting me come to you on a monthly basis, weekly basis on Anime Fun TV, Public Access Channel 20, Time Warner in San Antonio. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. It's always good to see a fan when I see them. Oh man, I love you guys. And again, I know Ernest feels the same way. Since 2003, man, what can we say? We're going to keep on entertaining you, the masses, on any way, shape, or form. We will do it for you. So thank you guys. Ernest, anything else?
Nah, I think we're good, bro.
Thank you for tuning in to the Fatal 4-Way podcast. I'll see you next month with the fallout from Fastlane. And we'll get the official card from WrestleMania 32 leading into our WrestleMania show. So thank you very much. Again, God bless you guys. Have a nice night. Enjoy and watch wrestling, man. Enjoy wrestling because it's awesome. Thank you guys. Take care.